There she is, the girl in red.
I know you. Yes, yes, yes! I finally get to finish you off! And it's not even my birthday.
Sorry to interrupt your little psychotic episode, but we really need to ask you something.
Why would I answer you, Claudes?
Wait, I have seen you before. Is it possible? Are you Lady Nadia of House Travis?
Huh?
I seem to be correct. But what would compel an heiress of one of the 6 ruling houses to spy for Azure?
I don't know anything about that stinking house. I'm Agria the Shadowless of the Chimeriad.
The Chimeriad again?
So you're working for Gaius.
What's it to you?
You tried to destroy the Lance of Kresnik.
Well, duh.
We want to destroy it too. That makes us allies. If you know where the Lance was taken, tell us.
Like I'd tell you anything.
Please, you want to destroy it for the same reason we do, right? 'Cause it's dangerous?
You reek. Oh, I've got an idea. Before I destroy the Lance, I'll use it to blast Rashigul to itty-bitty bits!
What is your problem? We're working our butts off to save the world, and you think it's funny to stand in our way?
You really do stink!
What are you, 5?
You think you can fill the world with rainbows and kittens just by working hard? That sweet reek of yours is giving me brain decay.
What's your beef with hard work?
Zip it, you little pimple, or I'll pop you.
Excuse me?
I still remember the agony you caused me that day.
This girl is making my head hurt. I should warn you, I'm still not used to the sensation of sweating during exertion. Couple that with my somewhat clumsy sword grip, and well, you might consider being a little more cooperative. Where is the Lance?
A secret passageway runs under the laboratory. It connects to Orta Palace.
And that is...
That's the palace Noctigal rules from.
I've never heard of this passageway.
Is it still usable?
Only if you're a worm. It's caved in now.
So we can't use it.
Hey, get back here!
Maxwell, one of these days, I'm going to rip that pretty face of yours to pieces! And you, pimple, listen up. Work, work, work as hard as that scrawny body of yours can handle, and you'll still wind up with only 2 things, Jack and Squat.
Why do you say stuff like that? That girl has serious issues.
Orta Palace, the enemy stronghold.
We should be careful.
I know. Let's check things out first.
Why did that Agria girl say such awful things to me? Is that wretched little urchin actually nobility?
Yes, I do believe that she is the scion of the Travis family. The Travis estate was destroyed by arson a few years ago. Most of the Travises died in the blaze.
She lost her whole family? No wonder she turned out that way.
How interesting. You can sympathize with someone you despised mere seconds ago.
Yeah, I guess that's the kind of thing Agria would say reeks of naivete.
Perhaps she would. But I find it to be a kind and gentle smell.
I agree. Oh dear. Perhaps we're starting to smell a bit cheesy ourselves.
Thanks, you guys.
Ah, that went well. Lately, I've felt so intensely focused when I fight.
Even I have noticed. You are like a finely crafted sword.
A sword, huh? a tool created for the sole purpose of cutting.
There is beauty in its simplicity. However, a sharpened blade is surprisingly fragile.
And a blade that's too sharp may cut the hand that wields it.
You two don't have to worry. I am no tool. I understand that in a wise wielder's hands, a sword can be used for more than cutting foes.
Indeed. It might be used for maintaining one's mustache.
Or peeling a potato, perhaps.
Yes, and if you swing it sideways, you could use it as a blunt weapon. And if you spin it around the tip, you can use it to punch a hole like a drill. You could also use the sheath as a weapon to smash someone's joints.
Do you think Mila understood what we were getting at?
I do believe she understood, but Mila's mindset is a tad on the aggressive side.
Huh. I figured security would be tighter than this.
I don't suppose we could just charge inside.
That wouldn't be prudent. This is their stronghold.
Rowan? What's the matter?
I was just weighing options. I think Jude might have the right idea here.
Whoa, hey now, are you serious? For once, Mila's telling us to be cautious and not charge in.
Do you have a plan?
More of a hunch, actually. Shall we test it?
If it's good enough for Rowan, count me in.
Stop right there!
Any reinforcements?
Looks clear. But this is the king's house. Shouldn't he have more soldiers?
It could be a trap.
No doubt the Rashagal army has already been deployed for war with Azul.
But wouldn't they tighten security around the royal palace in wartime?
Except for the natural and man-made barriers that protect Fenmont in the north and south, it has few defenses in the event of a siege. If the enemy army breaches its walls, the city is as good as fallen. Troops are wasted here in wartime, so the majority of them are deployed to fortify the naval defenses in Fort Kandala.
That makes sense. But it also means war is imminent. We can't waste this opportunity.
Indeed.
Whoa! Orta Palace is huge! And it's so sparkly and pretty!
I've never seen anything like it.
The entirety of Orta Palace was made out of a single lumen tree. They channeled spirits to grow it into the shape of this giant palace in just 5 years.
This is a single tree?
Wow, their spirit arts are incredible.
Oh, you guys actually believe me?
No, not at all.
We just thought it sounded true!
Isn't that the same thing?
It appears some rats have snuck into the palace. They should be here any moment.
Who are these vermin? I needn't have asked. So you've arrived, Maxwell, and looking much more spry than I expected after your injury.
All to stop you.
Go wait by the lance. We'll obliterate those northern savages as soon as I'm finished with Maxwell.
As you wish.
Ilbert, will you really raise your sword against your master?
My only master is Lord Klein. There is no other.
I'm willing to forgive such insolence, if you return to my side.
Once I thought you had the potential to be a great king, but now I see you've become unworthy of the throne.
No one in this world is more worthy to sit upon this throne than I.
You still don't get it, do you? You lack the qualities needed to govern humanity.
Foolish girl. A king only needs one quality, birthright. He is born into his power.
So he can sacrifice his own people?
Of course. Again, that is my birthright. Now I'll extend my influence over the spirit realm as well.
You will control no one. No man and no spirit either.
Foolish boy. Has Maxwell's impudence rubbed off on you as well?
You can call me whatever you want. Do you have any idea how much your actions have tormented Rowan here? Any idea at all?
Jude, please.
You people think peace is some sort of right. You are mistaken. Peace is a luxury, not a right. Surrender yourselves into my service. That is your duty as my subjects.
You are beyond salvation.
I'm through wasting my time with you. Let's put an end to this right now. I now share all of the mana absorbed by the Lance of Kresnik.
Once I believed that you and I were two friends who traveled along the same path in life. However, now it seems we've reached our journey's end.
With a philosophy like that, life must be convenient. But your beliefs have become a royal pain to all of us. They're just illusions of grandeur.
I can't believe that someone like this could be our king! It's time someone knocks some sense in you!
Jude and Mila and everyone. I have to protect my friends.
Up with his head! Up with his head!
Someone needs to put a stop to your ambitions. And that would be us!
Prepare yourself, Noctigal!
Now I shall show you the power that will unite Riza and Maxia! Oh! You fools, if you kill me, then you will be unwittingly handing Rashigal over to Gaius!
Regardless, as king you must answer for your crimes.
Nonsense! With the Lance of Kresnik, I shall have absolute power!
That's enough! Mankind wasn't meant to wield such power. It would destroy the world as we know it. And you as well.
Mila, wait! This man is Rowan's friend, so Rowan should handle it.
Noctigal, a country without its king is doomed to chaos. You have turned away from the responsibility you must bear. We have both turned away. King Noctigal.
Ilbert, you're not saying that I should...
Let us build a new future for Rashigal together.
You mean you would bear the burden of my crimes as well?
It's of no consequence.
Rowan.
Do it.
Yes, Master.
Noctigal!
Who is it? Who's there?
No, they must be after...
The Lance of Kresnik!
Don't worry about me. We must hurry.
must be awful to lose a friend.
Poor Rowan.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I'm fine, everyone. Fighting such an impassioned battle gave Noctigal and I a chance to understand each other again. We have walked different paths, but it was good to remember a time when we called each other friend. I have no regrets whatsoever.
I see. Then there is nothing further for me to say.
Do you think that King Noctigal felt the same way?
For Owen's sake, I sure hope so.
Yes, I do believe he did. Thank you. All of you.
We're too late.
It's gone!
Are you sure it was even here?
Noctigal absorbed the lance's energy before fighting us. It had to have been here.
Gillen's gone as well. Maybe he moved it.
If the lance made it outside, it could be anywhere by now. Let us leave the palace.
I can't figure it out. Who could have fired those arrows that killed Noctigal?
I have no idea, but for an instant, I sensed a strength that was equal to the power of a great spirit.
Well, it's definitely not your pals, since they're trapped in the lance. Wasn't there also talk about a great spirit-like presence in the attack on Himil?
There are two possibilities. Either the enemy has found a way to control the Four, or there are other great spirits of which I am not aware.
So we're going to end up fighting a great spirit either way. Wonderful.